welcome to baseball. We are proud to bring you McDonald's Fighting Squirrels baseball from Hillhouse Park in Charleston, Missouri, across the Acor Media Network. I am Tommy Jacobs. I'll be bringing you the action this afternoon as the 1900 Fighting Squirrels take on the bottom seam Aces. The senior Squirrels are coming off the 5-1 weekend at the Mayfield Legion Tournament in Murray, Kentucky. This coming Thursday, the Squirrels will be back in action at Poplar Bluff against the Poplar Bluff River Rats. Heading into the weekend, the senior Squirrels will be competing in the SEMO Showcase at Capitol Hall Park. We're getting the introductions of the players, and I have with me today Hannah Thurman. Hannah, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Good, and you're new on board with ACOC Media. Proud
Yes.
to have you.
Yeah, I am their new social media coordinator, and it is great to start working with them and be here today.
You bet. They're a great organization.
Yes.
We talked about this for years. This thing started out as Channel 21 years ago with Bill Hampton, and then it went to YHC with Tyler Wagner, and every time it changed hands, it just got better.
Yep.
And ACOC comes along, and it's just doing marvelous, and we appreciate them, and the people really appreciate their broadcast, and we try to do everyone a good job and try not to be partial, but sometimes, we're pulling for the Squirrels.
Yep, that's exactly right.
You're a Dexter graduate, right?
Yes, I'm out of Dexter, and then I went on to play at Three Rivers,
Right.
and then I went to Montana to play basketball. So,
Yeah. How'd you like it, Montana?
oh, I loved it. Yes.
Well, it's good to have you, and we've got the national anthem, and as soon as this is over, we'll be ready for some baseball.
Yes. Yep.
It's a nice day here at the park. Hillhouse Park is a beautiful place. If you haven't been here, you need to show up. But we certainly appreciate everyone tuning in, letting us know they appreciate the broadcast. And we're about ready. Hannah, what do you think?
I'm ready to go.
You need a pen?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm good. I should be good. Yeah, it's the wind feels better, a lot better than what the heat says outside.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I feel for those guys out there. They do an excellent job. We're sitting here under the air conditioning, but without them, this couldn't happen. We've got the easy part. We just sit and talk.
That's exactly right.
Well, on the mound for the Squirrels, looks like is that number 8? 9.
That's number 9.
That's Dalton Crawford. He has pitched 5 innings, participated in 2 games. He's won 1, lost 1, and he's walked 1, 4 strikeouts, and an earned run of 2.80. So we did a game with Dylan on the mound, and the left-hander can bring it pretty good.
Yes.
He's a pretty good pitcher. And behind the plate for the Squirrels will be, what is it? Is that
number 3? No. That is, number 3, Gabe McLevin.
These bottom aces, they say, someone said they thought they were from over around Poplar Bluff. I'm not sure about that. But
I think they are from Jackson, Missouri.
Oh, Jackson,
Yep.
okay. Well, they were close.
Yeah, close enough.
We're ready for the first batter to step in, and that will be number 2. That will be Grant Dobson, the second baseman. Let's see what Grant can do against Crawford. Dalton goes into his wind, and here's the first pitch of the game, and just a little bit low, I think. We are officially underway at 6:01, so we're right on time.
Yep.
As we start in, as Dobson ready for the second pitch, and strike called on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Dalton Crawford.
That was a great pitch.
And we got a 1-1 count, and here's the next pitch, and shot up the middle for a base hit out of the center field, and he rounds first, and he'll be held to a single, but it was a nice hit. Good pitch. He brought it right down the middle, and that young man just got around on it. And we'll see how happens now with number 0 comes in. That is, let's see if I can find him here. I don't think I have him on my list.
No.
Oh,
That is Caden Kendall.
Caden Kendall. Okay,
Yep.
he is the third batter of the second batter of the game. And the ball gets by the catcher, and the runner advances to second base. Looks like Caden Kendall is the first baseman for the Aces. And the Aces have a man on second with no outs. They could look at the strike early, Anna.
Yep, they absolutely could.
And here's the pitch. It is 1 ball, no strikes as Crawford brings the pitch, and it's out on the outside corner. I need to remember to let that umpire call him before.
That's right.
He's got a lot better look at it than I have. Even the count.
We'll take that.
Yeah. Dalton Crawford, the big left-hander, looks in for his sign. Looks the runner back to second. And there's a pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Kendall Randall, the first baseman for the Aces. They started the game off right with a single to center field, and Crawford's going to try to hold him there and retire him there. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch down the middle, strike 2. Nice fastball. I almost that was strike 3. I'm sorry, I couldn't see that. I think there was just one light out there, but that brings this 1 out. Brings in number 8.
Number 8 is Jack Wyatt. He is shortstop for the Aces.
Okay. Yeah, he's the shortstop. And we got 1 out with a runner on second as a pitch on the way, and it's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch. Jack Wyatt's the shortstop. We'll get in a rhythm here in a little while. It's last game we had here was rained out, and then we certainly don't have any rain today.
Nope, we do not. It is sunny as can be. I don't think there's a cloud in the sky.
I don't think so. Dalton Crawford, next to the man, keeps checking on the runner at second. Here comes the pitch. And there's a smash out to right field, and that's going to get over his head. No, nice.
Oh, he dropped
it. Dropped it, and we're going to have the Aces are going to score as the runner advances to second. I thought he had that. Thought he had it in his glove.
I know. Looks like he spun around and fell right out of his glove.
Who is that in right field?
That is, let's see, Gavin Jansen.
Gavin Jansen.
Yep, he's number 4. Looked like he started to come up and had back up.
Yeah, I
Missed
think
the ball.
that's right. Number 1 steps in. That is Dylan Heyman, the center fielder. 1 run in, runner on second. Here's the pitch, and another high fly to right field, and he looks like he has surrounded under it, but the runner tags and advances. No, he went back, and I thought he had an opportunity to advance, but he didn't want to check that arm of that nice right fielder.
I think we have 2 outs. One on bag, yeah.
Yeah, number 17 steps in. That is Lanson Cox, the extra hitter. That's a new thing for me.
Yes,
extra hitter.
Same. I have not heard of that before.
As he looks at the first pitch, strike 1, threw it by him. Nice pitch by Dalton Crawford. The way the game started, the Squirrels will be okay if they just get away with 1 run.
Yes, exactly.
Because they have some guys that can really punch that ball out, so they can tie this thing up pretty quick. And there's a strike 2 called on the outside corner.
Looks like that's the spot to be.
Sure is. Is this your first broadcast, Hannah?
Besides being in college,
yeah,
it was
doing a fine job. I sure appreciate you.
Yeah, I enjoy being here.
And here's the pitch, and just a little bit low. Almost got away from the catcher, but he smothered it. And we got the 1 ball, 2 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the first, and the Aces leading by 1 run, 1-0. As the Squirrels are going to try to get out of this inning. And there's the pitch, and strike as he drops the ball, but he's going to throw it to first to retire the runner. That brings
There it is.
into the Aces leading 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of second after this.
Growing cotton in the Mid-South is hard work. As a farmer, you make tough decisions every day. Choosing a cotton variety shouldn't be one of them. Next-gen brand varieties from Americot are bred specifically for cotton growers like you. We're 100% independent and farmer-owned. Plant cotton that works as hard as you do. Americot. All we do is cotton, all the time.
Well, it's time for the Squirrels to come up. Looks like they're going to lead off with Jace Aycock. I just read where Jace Aycock was second-team All-State infielder this year.
Wow.
We watched him play about 3 games. A nice shortstop. He really plays good, and he has a good eye at the plate. As the pitcher finishes warm-up pitches. We got Aycock going to lead off. He's going to be followed by Garrison Scott. He's another East Prairie graduate. He's undecided. So is Aycock. Both of them played on a very good East Prairie team this year. Matter of fact, East Prairie came over and put a stop to the Malden season in the district tournament, and they have a nice team. They really have. Good to see both of them playing.
Oh, yeah, and back-to-back.
Durham on the mound for the Aces. Wait a minute. They switched places on me. It's
oh, yep.
Garrison Scott.
It is Garrison Scott, and we have Jace Aycock as second.
Yeah, Aycock was standing close to the plate. I just assumed he was. Garrison Scott's the center fielder, and he's got a lot of power.
Yes.
And
he's tall. And
yes, he is. He sure is. There's the first pitch, a little bit outside for ball 1 to Scott. As Durham brought that first pitch, kind of a little bit of a change-up. Got these 2 East Prairie High graduates back-to-back. There's strike 1, even the count at 1. And here's the pitch, and that's around the third, and nice stop, but he's not going to beat Garrison Scott. He is really quick down that line.
He is.
And that's going to bring in Jace Aycock, the second-team All-Stater from East Prairie. It was a nice hit to third, and the guy did a good job to knock it down.
He bobbled the ball.
Couldn't get a hold of it.
Yep.
So the first runner on base on deck will be my buddy from Campbell, Charlie Parker, will be on deck. Charlie Parker's granddad and me are real good friends.
Oh, yeah. I've watched a lot of Charlie Parker this last season at Three Rivers.
Oh, I bet you did.
Yeah.
Charlie's a nice athlete. Was a good basketball player in high school.
Yes.
First pitch, strike 1, called on Aycock. Charlie's mother, nice lady. His dad, he just got that whole Parker family and Bunning family are good people.
Oh, yes. Played with his sister.
Yeah. There's a pitch. He tried to bunt, but he pulled back when he seen it was outside. That'll be 1-1. It's good to see Charlie. I think this is, I don't know if he played somewhere earlier, but the first 2 games we were here, he was on vacation.
Yes.
And,
yep.
I'm glad to see him here. And Durham brings it.
Oh, looks like a little.
And there's a bunt, and he's going to
safe
at first.
Yep.
Well, he got Aycock just like Scott. He's quick down the line.
Oh, yeah.
Laid that bunt down a good spot. And
even on a bunt to the pitcher.
You bet.
He still got there.
He sure had an opportunity to throw him out, but he's just too quick. That advances the runner. That brings in Charlie Parker. The 2021 graduate of Camel High School, plays at Three Rivers last year. And the way I understand, had a pretty good season.
Yeah, they did. They made it pretty as far as they could go.
Yeah. Charlie Parker, the left-hander, steps in to face Durham. Man on first and second with Charlie Parker at the plate, and here's the first pitch. Charlie faked the bunt, pull back. Good eye at the plate. On deck will be Gavin Jansen, a Kelly. Goes to Kelly High School, graduated there this year. Charlie lays that nice bunt, and I believe he's going to beat that out. You couldn't have laid that bunt in a better place.
That was a perfect spot for that.
That was great. I don't know how you could have drawn it up any better.
Yep. Looks like bases are loaded. Do we have up Jansen?
These Squirrels have a chance to break this thing open here.
They do.
They played a little small ball there, and they laid that thing down both times that they went over the bunt. And Parker's bunt was just perfect. Nobody could get to it. He got down the line.
No. Did third base? I guess third base came off their bag, and they came and got that bunt. No one was there to cover.
Correct. Durham looks in with bases loaded, no outs. Bases full of Squirrels, and here's the pitch. Inside, gets by the catcher. He can't find it, and here comes the runner, and they're going to say it hit him.
Yep.
So,
it's like it barely got the backside of him.
I think it did. I didn't know it hit him, but they had it, got a runner in, so that ties the score up. And Blake Anderson out of Notre Dame is undecided where he's going to play next year, if he's going to play. He's having a pretty good season. Blake's got several RBIs on deck. I believe that is Bledsoe. And Bledsoe is a leading RBI man for the Squirrels so far this year.
Heard a lot of good things about him.
Yeah, and he's a good player.
Yep.
There's a pitch. There's a high fly. Looks like the center fielder goes back.
Oh,
he's
going
not
over
gonna
his
get
head.
Over the center fielder's head. One run in. Here comes two. Charlie Parker about to catch a man in front of him. And we're going in for a stand-up double, and he cleared the bases with a nice triple.
That was a good one. Perfect
Sure
spot
was.
right over his head.
It sure was. Squirrels have scored 4 with no outs.
That is great. Now who do we have up? Bledsoe.
I believe it's Bledsoe.
Ben Bledsoe. He's first base.
The last game we did over here, he played third base. Excellent job there also. And he really got an arm. He can get that thing across that diamond. And
he's tall and long.
Yeah. There was another Bledsoe played basketball a few years back, Sam Bledsoe, I believe.
Okay.
And, boy, he was a nice player.
Where is he out of?
Out of Charleston.
Charleston. Okay.
Of course, Bradshaw played on that state championship team. There's a smash to shortstop. He backs in, looks a runner down, and throws Bledsoe out at first for the first out. That was a good play with that shortstop. Carter Hiring steps in. That was a nice play by Wyatt. And that's going to bring Hiring to the plate. One out. Runner on third. 4 runs scored already with
strike.
One strike. He brought a nice pitch in there. Out of Oran, Hiring. Good stop by the catcher.
Looks like Hiring looked Yeah, Ben Bledsoe. He's out, and who's out? Who's on third base? Blake Anderson.
Yeah, Blake.
Looks like he tried to steal there, but. Called a ball on that one.
Yeah, that was. He's having a little trouble. He's kind of pitcher a little bit shook now. He's having trouble finding the strike zone, but he'll settle back down.
Another ball on that one.
That makes it 3-1. You know, we have another young lady in our booth today, Brenda Peterson. She's the daughter of Tori that works for ACOT.
Yes,
and,
we
she's
do.
Back there, and nice young lady, and we had a Another ball and sends the runner down with a walk to first base. So first and third with one out. And coming to the bat will be Preston Van Dyke. Preston's out of Hayti.
He's playing third base this game.
And here's Van Dyke
Looking.
They're going, and they're going to hold the runner on third. And the runner made it to safely, but not too much trouble. One thing about these Squirrels, they'll run on you.
They absolutely will.
Sure is.
They look to steal.
Van Dyke let one go by, and the red umpire called it a strike, and I think it was. Looked good from here. He wanted to make him throw a strike. That's one out, one ball, one strike, and here is the pitch. It's like going to be inside for 2-1 count. Darrell had a little trouble finding a strike zone with the Squirrels scoring 4 in the first, and they're really not finished yet. There's a pitch, going to be strike 2, evens the count at 2. Nice little, looked like a little curveball that time. White Durman, the pitcher, number 27 for the Aces, looks into Van Dyke, gets his sign, and here's the pitch. And there's a shot to third.
Oh,
shortstop off his glove. One runner score, and the runner advances to third, and then we got first and third with one out. Bringing to the is James, Grant James. Grant's out of Notre Dame.
Looks like we have Van Dyke on first, and who's that, Hiring on third?
Right.
Yep.
First and third with one out as pitch going to be a nice strike to James. Caught a curveball, he caught the inside corner. I think the score is 5-1 with one out here in the bottom of the second. And a shot down the third base line, foul. Even though it is hot, it is a beautiful day here.
It is a beautiful day.
It sure is. I mean, it's beautiful field. They do an excellent
Oh, yeah.
job.
Grass is green. Dirt looks
yes.
great.
And here's the pitch. And they had to step out and knock it down. That's the catcher, Carter Shearer.
Yeah, he got that one stopped right in time.
He sure did, because that runner on third was thinking about coming on home.
He sure was.
Here's the pitch. All high. White Durham, the hurler for the Aces. We got 2 balls and 2 strikes. As James looks in and curveball, and he punched him out.
It's 2 outs, right?
Yep. 2 outs, yes.
Still have a player on third and first.
See who we got coming to the plate.
Is that Gabe McLevin?
Yeah.
He's wearing a Phelps jersey tonight.
Yeah. Ball outside, he throws it down to first, and it gets away, and here comes the runner in from third base. It went off. They were trying to pick the runner off. The catcher threw it down. Took a bad hop, and runner came in. Hiring made it 6-1. Got a runner on first, 2 outs. And here we go with the 0-1 pitch, and now it's 0-2. No, I mean it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strike, with 2 outs. I got my 2s mixed up. I want to appreciate everyone texting telling that they enjoy the broadcast. We enjoy bringing it to you, as that brings the count to 3 balls and no strikes. We talked about this they had talked about doing this. Tyler Wagner did years ago, but never did get around to it. And I'm sure glad they decided to do this. Baseball's a fun sport. A lot of people love baseball.
Especially in the summertime.
Exactly.
What better way to get outside and watch some
true.
baseball?
That makes it 3-1 with 2 outs. As Durham looks in, and a high pop fly is going to be chased down by the center fielder. He goes under it, and that brings them to the end of the first with the Squirrels scoring 6. So 6-2 going into the top of the second inning. We'll be right back.
To make the right decisions for your operation, you need two things: accurate, secure data and the ability to make it work for you. Introducing AFS Connect Advanced Farming Systems from Case IH. AFS Connect puts you in total command of your operation, bringing together your farm, fleet, and data like never before, with ongoing support from your Case IH dealer every step of the way, so you can increase efficiency year-round. Whether you're optimizing soil conditions, managing nutrients, planting, or harvesting, AFS Connect allows you to remotely monitor every machine. You'll have access to location, diagnostics, fuel, and engine data, giving you the information you need to make the right decisions for your operation. Now that's rethinking productivity.
Yeah, the Squirrels had a good bottom of the first inning.
Yes, they did. They are, what is the score? We have 6-1.
6-1, top of the second.
Aces are down, McDonald's are up.
Crawford taking his warm-up tosses. Going to be a doubleheader, but Acor is going to bring you the first game. Nice shot down to second base by that catcher.
Really looks like this team, you know, they're a real good team. They get along, they work well together on the field.
And very well coached.
Yes, very well. Yep, I finally had the chance to meet Coach Minner, and he's a great guy.
He is.
Super easy to get along with, great coach.
Looks like we got the pitcher, Wyatt Durham, facing Crawford. Crawford brings the first pitch a little bit low and outside. Yeah, Michael Minner and that pitching coach, Jamie Johnson.
Yes.
Of course, this was back in the day. Jamie went to school at Seance, was a very good pitcher. Oh, strike, got the inside corner, even the count at 1. Six to 1. Squirrels up at top of the second. Pitch. There's a shot out to right field, and it looks like it may drift foul. About a foot foul. That'll bring him back. That'll bring 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Number 9, he is the 6th batter.
I was wrong on that. That's Heyman. I'm sorry.
Heyman,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's center fielder. Number 9.
Heyman looking for the 1 ball, 2 strikes, and look good. And they're going to punch him out of there for a call strike 3. Now that brings Wyatt Durham to the plate.
There we are, number 7 batter. He's number 27, and he is the pitcher for the Aces.
Crawford looks in. The left-hander brings the first pitch to Durham a little bit outside with 1 out, 1 ball on the batter. Had a beautiful day at Hillhouse Park. Crawford brings the pitch by the catcher, ball 2.
Looks like number 18 is up next for the Aces. That is Wyatt Brinkoff. So on deck.
He's a right fielder, isn't he?
Yes.
Crawford delivers the pitch on the inside corner. It's called a strike 1. It seems today that Crawford really has command of his pitches today. He's really staying around the plate pretty good.
Yep.
The left-hander brings it in, and a shot down to third base off of Van Dyke's glove, and for a single, they hold him to a single as they get the ball back in. Nice hit, and he got a glove on it, but it was hit by him, and I would say surely he got a hit on that.
Oh, yeah.
That brings in number 18, Wyatt Brinkoff, the right fielder. Is that right?
Yes, that is right. He's number 18? Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I thought I read on there. I'll have to look again, Hannah, when it's hard for me sometimes to see those numbers.
It is, and up here, you know, from a distance, sometimes it's hard to be able to tell.
Crawford looks the runner back, fake to throw. Now he's ready to bring it to the batter, and here's the pitch. And he's a swing and a miss. That makes it a strike. Yeah, that is Wyatt Brinkoff. The 8th place hitter, the right fielder, with the runner on first. Aces trailing 6-1 here in the top of the second. It's going to be a 5-inning contest today. As Crawford brings it, looks like strike 2. Fastball right down the middle.
Good pitch.
Very good pitch.
6-1 Squirrels win the second. A one-out single from the pitcher Wyatt Durham.
Durham on first. He gets his lead. Crawford goes into the stretch, looks it back. Now he brings it home. It'll be a called ball.
Good stop.
Yeah, it was a very good stop. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, is the Aces, they are 18U, right?
I think that may be
Okay.
right. Yeah. And Crawford steps on, looks in. And we got, here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. Struck him out. He struck him out. He's swinging, but he went down swinging, I tell you that. And it looked like the catcher's in, Carter Shear.
Yep, he is number 24, third baseman for the Aces.
We got 2 outs with a runner on first as Crawford goes to first. Runner is back. Parker's on first base, isn't he?
Parker is on shortstop.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, all right. There's the pitch, swing and a miss.
First base, let's see.
That Ben Bledsoe?
Yep, that's Ben
Okay.
Bledsoe. He had a good stop with that.
Yeah. As Crawford looks in, gets his sign, and here's the pitch, and strike called. It's like he might have held up, but it was a strike. The umpire called it a strike. That brings it. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The runner on first for the Aces. And as Crawford shakes him off, now he looks in. Here's the pitch, brings it to the plate, fouled off to the left.
Crawford has been pitching great this game.
He really has. He sure has.
That first inning, he got, I think it was 3 outs pretty quick.
Yeah.
Within 4 up to bats.
You know, you get a group of young men like this, you know, from whatever program they played on, they were good. You bring them all together, it's a good team.
Oh, yeah.
There's a pitch, and
Strike.
struck him out swinging. And that brings us to starting to the bottom of the second, but the Squirrels leading 6-1, and we'll be back at Charleston after this.
Does your business need literally anything? When we founded CNS Cleaning Supply, our goal was simple. Become a one-stop shop for anything and everything your operation might want. From car care to condiments, mops to markers, soaps to staplers, and everything in between. Which is a lot. CNS has got you covered. Give Delane Beckwith a call at 573-217-0104 or visit cscleaningsupply.com to get set up with, well, literally everything. Tell them Delane sent you.
A person comes in the Clarktonian, the first thing I look for when I step out of the kitchen is I look for people that's smiling, because if they're not smiling, then we're doing something wrong. You know, obviously we want them to have good food and good service, but we want them to have a good time. So if you come and eat with us and you're not having a good time, I'm going to come to your table and ask you if something wrong, because we pride ourselves on everybody smiling that comes in. So when you think of Clarkton, we want you to think the Clarktonian.
Well, we're ready for the bottom of the second inning here at Hill House Park with The Aces taking the field, and it's time to bring up the Squirrels again. Squirrels had a very productive first inning, scoring 6 runs, and have the 6-1 lead. Who's on coming up for the Squirrels?
Looks like, let's see, 22. I do not have that on my list.
Okay, is that Garrison Scott? No.
Yep, that sure is. He's back. He's number 1 of the. We're back to the top of the bat order.
Yeah, he's got several RBIs on the year, I think.
Oh yes, he does. He has. Let's see how many he has. He has 9 RBIs. He's 4th leading for the team. He's tied with Dylan Thornborough.
And as Garrison steps in to look at Durham, looks in to get assigned the first baseman playing in. He's kind of expecting a bunt again. You know, he got one a while ago from Garrison, but Garrison used to say put the wood to it, but we don't have wood anymore. He'll put the metal to it.
That's right.
Wyatt Durham in the wind up. Strike 1 called.
This season, the team stats, they have 78 RBIs for the year. That's great.
Yes,
out of 9 games played.
You bet. Garrison fouls it off back over us, back over here, and that brings it to no balls and 2 strikes with Jace Aycock on deck, the second baseman. The pitch from Durham. Shot out to left field, high fly ball, but the left fielder gets under it and makes the catch for the first out, bringing in the second baseman, Jake Aycock. Well, they retired the first batter this inning, and that Jace Aycock steps in. He's a left-handed batter. Very nice player, said earlier. On deck, I think that is number 24. There's a shot down the first base line by the first baseman down into right field. Aycock makes the corner, but he backs up a little bit.
We have one on base now.
Yeah, bringing in Charlie Parker. Charlie laid down that nice bunt in the first inning.
He did. Perfect spot.
It was. We'll see what happens here. Third base was playing in a little bit this time. He's suspecting maybe Charlie may do that. Charlie's got some power, though. He could strike 1 on the outside corner to the lefty.
Yes, in college I have seen many home runs hit by Charlie Parker.
As I said, he and his granddad and my really good friend. He is, and Charlie gets around on it, but fouls it off to the left, down the left field line, out of play.
Looks like Aycock went for the steal. Foul ball. He had to go back.
Yep, he had a good jump too.
He did.
On deck is Jansen. As the pitcher looks in, gets his sign as Aycock heads to second and makes it standing up. Ball goes into right field and he holds up. Probably a good move to hold up.
Probably on that. Second base had that one covered very well.
Yeah, that is true. That second baseman's thrown from his knees both times. He has a good arm. He don't get up and throw it, but he has a good arm.
He does.
Charlie Parker looks for a little bit out. Ooh, go! He punched him out on the outside corner. I don't think Charlie agreed with that, but that was probably a good call.
It probably was. No, he's been calling a little outside either way, though.
Yeah, he's been consistent in his calling. He sure has. All right, that's Gavin Jansen out of Kelly. And with 2 outs, and the pitcher went back to the outside corner and painted again for strike 1. Wyatt Durham doing a nice job. Settled down this inning after giving up those 6 in the first. That was a little bit outside on that. That evens the count at 1. We got 2 outs here in the bottom of the second with Jansen on at the plate, the left-hander. And here's the pitch. After getting his sign, brings it in, swing and a miss for strike 2. Yeah, that Durham is doing a really good job.
He is. He finally got it figured out coming into the second inning.
Yeah, he's kind of settled down, got a little bit shook that first inning, but as good athletes do, he's settled down. And here's the pitch, an outside corner foul off to the left.
Seems like these left-handed players, they tend to go
to
the left side of the field.
As Jansen looks at the pitcher looks in, gets his eyes. There goes the runner to third, and it's fouled off to the left as Aycock had a pretty good jump to third base.
Aycock has done that twice now.
He's very quick. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs as Minner had him on the move. We'll see that's as Durham looks in, gets his signal, looks back at Aycock. Now the pitch outside. And that's going to bring it 2. We're all 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. You ever been to Kelly High School? Pretty school.
Probably a long time ago.
We did some football games up there this year. Very pretty. There's a shot to second base, and it's fielded clean over to third for the third out, retiring the Squirrels. Still remains at 6-1. We'll be back after this.
At Focus Bank, we believe in really free checking. What does that mean? Well, opening an account requires no more than $25 with no minimum balance requirements or monthly service charges. You'll also have access to online and mobile banking, online bill pay, direct deposits, mobile deposits, automatic payments, e-statements, a nationwide network of ATMs, and an instant issue debit card, all for free. Your first order of checks is on the house, and you'll also receive a complimentary thank you gift. Come visit us in Sykeston, Charleston, Crothersville, or East Prairie. Focus Bank, simple, hassle-free checking that's really free.
Hannah, the Aces kind of held the Squirrels in check that time.
They did. It was a wake-up call for them.
Sure was. He's going to bring up 24 to the plate. I think that's his number.
Yeah, the Squirrels, though, they have held the Aces at not scoring anymore. Still 6-1 on the scoreboard.
That's right. That's going to bring in the catcher, Carter Shearer. As Crawford looks in, gets his signal, the left-hander brings it to the plate, and it's a smash to second base. Takes a bad hop, but he knocks it down. And
might get that.
Had trouble getting it out of his glove. And I think he had time to throw him out, but he had struggled getting it out.
Aycock looks like that one hurt.
Yeah, it does. It looks like it might have took a rough bounce.
I think so.
Second baseman, number 2, Brant Dotson.
Maybe the pitcher might need to step off a little bit, but I think Aycock's ready to go.
I think he is too.
He's got his glove. And Crawford looks in, and here's the pitch. Strike 1 called.
It's another good pitch.
Sure was on Grant Dodson, the second baseman. He gave Aycock an error on that, probably rightfully so. Did take a rough hop, though. Crawford brings the pitch in, and what a breaking ball for it was a ball.
You know, on those bounces.
Yeah.
It's hard. You have to stop it with your body, and that's when you can get hurt.
You bet. You know, he still kind of acts like he's in a little bit of pain out there. Crawford brings the pitch and fouled off to the right, down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes with nobody out, with a runner on first for the Aces.
is the second at bat. We have one on first. Squirrels need to get it out here.
You know, I hate to keep saying this, but Will Crawford is doing a nice job pitching. He's really staying around the plate very well. Joey Crawford looks in, gets his signal. The lefter brings it home and swinging a miss, striking him out. Well, that was a good breaking ball to retire the hitter. Bringing out number one in the top of the third. Caden Kendall. It's like Caden, the first baseman. See, is that what he's playing?
He is left field.
Left fielder?
Actually, yes.
Okay, all right.
We are just now starting back over on the lineup.
Yeah, that's right. 6-1 here in the top of the third with the Aces with a runner on first and one out. And here's the pitch and call strike. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Looks like the guys running the cameras out here, they're doing a great job. They always do.
They are. They are a great team to work with.
Yeah, you bet. We always tell people that we've got it so easy. The media workers get us going. They keep us going.
Yes.
And we just enjoy talking.
Oh, yeah, and they tell you what to do.
Yeah,
you listen.
That's right. And there's a shot back to the first baseman. He fields it, wheels to first, and for the out.
We are at 2 outs. Is that right?
Yeah. That really kind of took a funny bounce to that pitcher.
It did. It took him a little longer to get.
Kind of like it hit and maybe had a backward spin on it. It didn't advance the runner to second. And that brings in the shortstop, Jack Wyatt. Most of this Ace team is made up of players of the Jackson area.
Yeah. They are.
There's the pitch from Crawford, and strike one called.
You know, Jackson always has good athletes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what sport.
You know, they've got a large group to pick from. They're a large school.
They do,
and
yes.
They're always very competitive.
Oh, yes. Any of those surrounding schools in the Cape, Jackson.
Pitch, and it's shot to shortstop, and he backhand it, and he's a throw to first, but not in time. And here comes the runner for the Aces as it got away from Bledsoe at first and making it 6-2 with 2 outs. That's the shortstop, Charlie Parker. That was pretty well. He had to go to his right and field it in the hole there.
That is a little bit longer throw than even from third base to first base.
That's exactly right. Now coming in is Landon Watkins.
Landon Watkins is first baseman, number 1.
There's a smash to third base. Nice fielder. Cross to Bledsoe. Takes a bad stop. It was a bad low throw across, and the runner advances to third. And it took a hop. It probably maybe an error on the third baseman on that throw, but good try by Bledsoe to flag it down, but it just didn't work. That brings in number 17, Lenson Cox, the extra hitter, got an ace on first and 1 on third with 2 out as Crawford looks in, trying to retire this side. A throw to first. The runner gets back. Runner on third came down the line pretty easy.
Did.
He decided better than try it, but I think Bledsoe would have threw him out at the plate. And here's the pitch, way outside. 1 ball, no strikes here in the top of the third. Runners on first and third. Squirrels leading 6-2. Gets his sign here. Here comes the pitch, and it went by the catcher, and nice recovery by the catcher to run that ball down.
Third baseman thought about it, but they too short of time, and that's quick.
Yeah, I believe he would have got him if he'd decided to come on. Crawford looks in with 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first and second, and ball a little bit low. 3 balls, no strikes. The first inning that offered this inning, running the count, 3 balls, no strikes, but he's bring this thing to a halt. There's a shot right down the pipe, strike one.
Great pitch.
Yes, it was. Lenson Cox has a pitch, and he load him up.
Yep.
Center fielder number 9, Dylan Heyman.
Looks like Dylan Heyman is up to bat. Center field.
Well, he got them bases loaded with aces, and base hit would certainly probably score 2, and if you hit it in the gap, might clear the bases. So the aces have scored, so with the 2 outs, and maybe Dalton Crawford will settle down and on that good fastball, keep him on level and retire him. A little low. Is that runner on third? And here comes Coach Minner out to talk to his hurler. Look pretty good this quarter.
They are. They're giving the Squirrels a little wake-up call, and Squirrels need to get it together. I mean, we're still up 6-2, but, you know, this game is anything. Where it's early.
Right.
Got a long game to go.
Yeah,
Which there's actually only 5 innings.
Right.
We're only playing, so it's not as long as we're already in the 3rd inning.
But, you know, with the caliber of players that these teams have, they can score load in 1 inning. Look what the Squirrels done the first inning.
Exactly.
Well, it looks like Coach Minner has talked with Crawford. He's talked to his infielders, and we're ready for baseball with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. The Squirrels leading 6-2. Dalton Crawford on the mound with bases loaded. Heyman, here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Nice recovery by the catcher.
That catcher does a really good job. That is McLevin, and he does a great job of getting behind that ball and stopping it.
You bet. He sacrifices that body.
He does.
Crawford looks in to wind it in.
Down
Ground
third
ball
base
to
line.
third, backhanded. Looks like going to score a run. Everybody's going to be safe. Now they throw it by the first baseman. No, and here comes the next runner. And they score 6-4. Here comes the aces.
Yep. Just talked about this. Anything can happen.
Yeah. I tell you, that was a nice ball on first
It was.
base. Knocked it down.
Pitcher number 27, Wyatt Durham.
Wyatt Durham up to bat. This looks like the pitch.
We still have 2 runners on. We got a runner on first and second.
Yes,
with 2 outs.
they just scored 2 runs.
Crawford looks in, and here's the pitch, and it gets by the catcher, and that's going to advance the runners. Yeah, tying runs in scoring position now.
Yep, they both stole the base. They need to get a stop here. The Squirrels have got to put a stop to this.
Yes, we do. You know, we were just talking about the caliber teams these are. They can score a bunch in a hurry, and look, they're within 2 now.
Exactly.
And Crawford brings the pitch, and that's going to be, and that's going to score 2. That's going to tie this ball game up. And it.
Yep, looked like it bounced right past the third baseman. Charlie dropped it. First baseman couldn't.
He'd run at first with 2 outs with Brinkoff, the right fielder. And we're still call a balk down the second, so the lead runner is on second base. Dalton Crawford. We're going to have a pinch runner.
Looks like we have Brinkoff up to bat. Wyatt Brinkoff, right number 8.
Put the runner in, you can just about motor pretty good. Phil at Dexter, did you?
Chad, great coach.
Balls and 2 strikes. I can play.
Yep.
And he just always very. Good. Team that ran into him.
Exactly, yeah. They were pretty unstoppable.
As Crawford brings the pitch, and it's going to be low. We got a runner on first and second with 2 outs. We had no ball and 2 strikes on the previous batter, and he was hit by a pitch. As Crawford struggling a little bit in this 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Bouncer going to be in the hole, and it's going to. The Aces they're going to hold him up at 3rd. Close to taking the lead, but it got through, and nice recovery by the right fielder to get that ball back in.
Yep, looks like bases are loaded.
Oh my!
We have Carter Shearer. He's 3rd baseman, number 24, up to bat.
So here we go. We'll see what Dalton Crawford can do. And ball 1. Was this guy the leadoff hitter in this inning?
No. Yes, he is.
Yeah,
We're already back
around,
to the. Yep, we sure are.
And here's the pitch, way outside.
Good stop by catcher.
Very good.
Clevin.
Crawford having a little trouble finding the strike zone there. He was really around at the 1st inning, 2 innings. Boy, wheels kind of come off a little bit.
Does.
As Crawford brings the fastball right down the pipe for a call strike 1.
We spoke too soon. There's a good pitch.
Yes, that's right. Need to try to put the fire out. As Crawford looks in, and here's a smash out into right field, and it's going to be caught.
Caught it.
What a nice catch by the center fielder.
Good catch.
Who is that center fielder?
Center fielder right now is Garrison Scott.
Boy, he made if he had made that Scott, they would have probably cleared the bases.
Oh, yeah, and there was at least 2 going to score in that one.
It was. Well, we tied the game at 6-6, so we'll be right back.
First State Bank and Trust is more than just products and services. We're there for you for your first paycheck, buying a home, opening a small business, starting a family, or planning to retire, and everything in between. We're the local bank you know and trust for all of your financial needs. Visit fsbtrust.com or stop by your local First State Bank and Trust to explore all of your financial options. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
First State Community Bank has been named the #1 bank in Missouri by Forbes, and we think they might be onto something. When it comes to banking, we've always said that people should come first, and we hold true to that idea. Opening an account has never been easier. You can even do it online. We want our community to thrive, and that's why we put it in our name. So come bank with the certified best at First State Community Bank, serving our community because it's who we are.
Hannah, we got a tied ball game.
Yes, we do.
The Aces really came around.
They have. Who do we have up to bat next? Looks like Blake Anderson.
I think that's right.
Left fielder for the McDonald's Fighting Squirrels, number 11.
Another Notre Dame graduate. And it's time for the Squirrels to get hot again on those bats, and let's put up some of these runs like they did in that bottom of the first.
Exactly. Need to make a run now.
The Squirrels have committed several errors in this game.
They have.
That's unusual for them.
Yeah. And they're not errors that they usually make.
Exactly.
It's
exactly
unnecessary little errors that can potentially cost you the game if you don't get it together.
Yeah, that's true. And we'll see what happens. The Squirrels come to bat, and I know Minter's got them fired up and said, we got to get out here, and we just got another inning or two to get this under control. As Aces have come back to within an inch, would have taken the lead, but one nice catch by the center fielder. There's a strike one on the outside corner.
These players need to know that the umpire is going to call those
That's
outside
right.
corners. They might as well go for it.
And there's another
another
shot
one.
on the outside
Yep.
corner. That pitcher is painting those corners.
Inside or outside.
Exactly. And here's the pitch, and it's a little bit
low.
I thought he was going to take that arm up, punch him out, but he called it a ball. And 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the third, all tied up at 6. As here's the pitch, struck him out, swinging at first out of the inning. Here comes Ben Bledsoe, the leading RBI man.
Yes, Ben Bledsoe. 15 RBIs this season.
Maybe Ben can get up there and rattle that bat and get this thing going. We have Ben pops it out between short. It's going to fall in for a hit, and he thought about going to second, but a nice
Perfect
decision,
spot.
perfect style, and he did a good job to get on base. He did his job to get somebody on base, bringing in Harry, number 7. That shortstop did do an excellent job out trying to get that.
He did. Absolutely. Carter Hiring, he has 5 RBIs this season in 9 games.
We need to get that runner in scoring position.
Yes, we do.
And we'll see what Hiring can do with Bledsoe on first, and they throw back over, back in safely. He had it measured about right. He didn't have it. He got in.
He did.
About too much of a play.
He's long, which helps.
Yes, you bet. Jamie Johnson coaching down at first base. There's the pitch, and it's going to be low. 1 ball. Wish we could get some of these big cats up. Maybe we can get Charlie Parker and some of them boys up here. Ben Bledsoe's done his job getting on base. As Bledsoe leads off at first, and there he goes, foul ball, and he had that ball stolen.
He sure did.
He had a nice jump.
He had a 1 step ahead of that one.
He sure
was ready to go. Hiring is the designated hitter for this.
Right.
Okay, number 7.
Hiring, come on, buddy. Let's put it out and play. And here's the pitch, and Bledsoe goes again, and the catcher just holds it. He knew he didn't have a chance.
He hesitated on that one. Yep.
Yeah. One thing about these Squirrels, they have several players that have got some pretty good wheels on them.
They do. They are quick and ready to go. Like to steal those bases. That's the best way you can be, is be ready to go at all times.
Exactly right. And here is the pitch, and it's going to be a call strike. Bringing the count even at 2. 1 out with Bledsoe on second. As Hiring looks in, looking at the pitcher, and here's the pitch.
Called it.
Called it on the outside corner.
Sure did.
And that brings Van Dyke to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on.
Still have a chance to score here.
Yeah, that's true. Boy, he'd strand that man out there. Van Dyke. Here he comes, and here's the first pitch to Van Dyke, and swing and a miss. Strike 1. And you know, it seems like the pitcher Durham has kind of settled down a little bit.
He has.
And,
He knows where he needs to put it.
That's right. And he knows that ump's going to call him corners, and he's trying to paint them. And Bledsoe goes to
Like
third.
a steal.
And there's the throw, and nice base running by Ben Bledsoe. And a nice call to steal that base by Coach Minner. Minner, he likes to run.
Oh, yeah, he does.
That. Little punch out there will give the Squirrels a lead, but there's 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's the pitch. And call the strike 1 or 2.
Number 19, Van Dyke, still up to bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs with a runner on third. As Durham looks in, and here's the pitch, and it's shot out to short, and shortstop fields it and throws him and nailed it. Boy, it was close, but he got him by a step.
Sure was.
And we're still tied at the bottom of the 4th, headed to the top of the. And we'll be back.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
We're right here at King Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill on world-famous Beale Street, and as you can see, oh my gosh, we have the best barbecue ribs in Memphis. Oh my gosh, the gumbo is out of this world, but you gotta try the King's Triple Decker Slam Burger. You'll love it.
Hannah, we still have a tie ball game, top of the 4th.
We sure do. They have held on. Both teams have.
And really, I was about to settle back while ago, thinking this game's going to end up like. Boy, the Aces come alive.
They have scored 4 runs in that last inning.
And we're going to have Crawford still on the mound as he a little bit low, bounces at the plate. Ball 1. And that is Brett Dodson, the second baseman. As Crawford brings the pitch in, going to be ball 2. Well, I hate to keep going back to that catch that guy made in right field for the Squirrels, but boy, he saved a bushel of runs.
He sure did.
That was a great catch.
The Squirrels definitely needed that one.
They sure did. Crawford in the wind. Here's his shot down to third base through the third baseman's legs out into left field, and that's going to put the leadoff man on. And
it's a hard hit.
Yes, it was hard hit. He had it covered just right, just went through his leg, and it didn't take long to get there.
It's like Caden Kendall's up to bat, left fielder for the Aces.
No outs. Runner on first for the Aces. Kendall at the plate, and he starts to lay down a bunt, but it was a little high. He drew back. He was going to try to advance that runner.
He was. Good stop by the catcher once again, ready to go.
Yes. 1 ball, no strikes, and here's Crawford, and tried to let him bunt it foul. It evens the count at 1.
99 times out of 100 is going in the air somewhere, not on the ground.
Charlie Parker out on shortstop, Jace Adcock on second, Ben Bledsoe on first. And the third baseman creeps in. He's going to try to stop that bunt, and he squares the bunt. He pops it up, and it's going to be foul. That's going to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. That third baseman was playing very well to get in there and try to hit that off.
Yes. They're just waiting for it. You can see when he starts to get in that bunting position, you got to move in quick. Catcher's ready, too, at all times.
Yes, the catcher does a nice job. Crawford looks in for his sign, shakes him off. Now he's ready, goes into the stretch with the runner on first, and here's a pitch, and the runner goes. And a string and a miss, but the runner advanced, stole the base, got to second, brings one out. That brings the Aces shortstop, number 8, Jake Wyatt.
Jake Wyatt, shortstop for the Aces.
Lead runner for the Aces. They have to take the lead. They have the runner on second as they look in for Jake Wyatt as Crawford goes in the stretch, looks the runner back, and now here's the delivery. And he fouls it off to the right. No balls and one strike.
One on bat at second. That Grant Dotson.
You know, to Crawford's defense, this heat's got to be working on him out there too.
Oh, absolutely, right in the sun.
Yeah. As the ball was a little outside to even the count at 1. 1 out, top of the 4th, runner on second. And the shortstop, Jake Wyatt, at the plate. And here's a pitch. Runner goes to third, and throw down the third out in the left field, and it gets over his head, and that's going to score the go-ahead run. 7-6 for the Aces. 9th error on the game, they said, on the Squirrels, and that's just unheard of for them.
No,
they'll make a few errors, but 9 in one game, Mentor's not going to be happy about that. But
that could have been an easier out than it was.
Exactly. They take the lead here in the top of the 4th with 1 out and 1 ball and 2 strikes on Wyatt. And here's the pitch, and a little let-up pitch, but it sailed high on him. Even the count at 2. Yeah. There's a foul. It's going to go out of foul.
Drops.
It drops in, and it was dropped by the right fielder also, and that's going to get the runner on first.
There was 2 miscommunication there.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Second base and right field going after the same ball.
Yeah, and you know Aycock went a long ways.
He
from
did.
Second base out there, and it that's going to bring up number 1. I think that's number 1.
Yes.
Landon Watkins.
First baseman.
Yeah, he's got some power as he drills it down the third baseline foul. Watkins, no balls and 1 strike, and a runner on first with the Aces taking the lead 7-6 here with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Crawford looks in, and he goes to first, and he stole second. He was going to try to take him back to first, but he got the jump. He took off, and so we got a runner on second now. Yeah, Bledsoe made a pretty good throw, but he had too much of a jump. And he's going to go for third, and there's a ball pop to right field or center field back, and he's got it. And they're going to double him up on second, as that's going to be double play with the runner. I don't know why. I guess he thought maybe it was 2 outs. I think
he did.
And then, luckily, they just scored 1. That brings the Aces up 7-6 at the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back at Hillhouse Park in a moment.
Autry Moreland wants to buy your car. Big cars, small cars, fast cars, and funny cars. If it's got 4 wheels and an engine, we're swiping right. We've got the largest pre-owned inventory in Southeast Missouri right here at Autry Moreland Automotive. Even if Moreland's not on the back of your car, we're still interested. There's never been a better time to make a change. Come to one of our 5 Autry Moreland locations in Dexter or in Sykeston, Missouri, and let us help you turn what you have into what you want.
Well, we'll see if the Squirrels can get the bats rattling like they did in the bottom of the first inning.
Yes. Need to go on a run here. Aces lead 7-6. Bottom of the 4th.
Looks like that is Grant James in first up for the Squirrels in this half of this inning.
The extra hitter for the Squirrels, number 16.
As we'll see how it goes. Get close back to the top of the lineup. Maybe we'll get some of those top hitters in that mid batting order. Get some of them hosses up there. And here's the first pitch to James, little outside, ball 1.
Good eye by James, watching the ball.
Grant James out of Notre Dame. Strike if it's a count at 1. As here's the pitch, and there's he really got all of it, but it's going to float out of bounds. But he put a load in it.
He did. Swung that one hard.
He sure did. Yeah, this thing's 398 dead center. It's going to take a hoss to put it out there.
Yes, it will.
As here's the pitch, and ball. And even the counts at 2.
A little low on the pitch.
And Squirrels need to get a runner on base, try to tie this thing up. As there's a shot back to the pitcher
right
over his head, and it's going to be the second baseman fielding it, and he's going to be, they called him out. Oh, that was a close play.
It sure was. First baseman was ready for that one. Thought James had beat him on that one.
I did too. And that's going to bring up McClevin.
Jay McClevin, he's the center fielder. Or he's actually catcher. Yep, he sure is.
We'll see how he flied out to center his first time up. As ball outside. As we had Garrison Scott, the leadoff man, on deck with 1 out, so he'll get the call to the plate in this inning. As here's the pitch, and there's a shot between third and short, and he's going to get on. Nice hit by McClevin.
Great spot. See if Dawson Crawford can bring him around, bring him to another base.
We'll have a pinch runner. Him number 18 is going to be the pitch runner. That's going to be Heath McCain out of Sykeston. He pitched the other night when we were here, one of the games, did a nice job. Number 22.
Looks like we're back up. Never mind, this is Garrison Scott.
Yeah.
Center fielder for the Squirrels.
Got some speed on first with Scott ready. He was no balls and no strikes. And here's the pitch. And the runner advances to second. Nice heads-up play by the base runner. Heath McCain read that ball in the dirt and headed to second. It did a nice job. Now we got him in scoring position with this nice hitter, Garrison Scott. And here's the pitch. And Scott swinging a miss. Right, Durham settled down and started really throwing a good game after the Squirrels scored that 6 runs early.
Yes, they did.
There's a good shot out and left. That's going to tie this game up. And it's nice. Well, that was a nice hit by Garrison Scott. Now we're tied up at 7, and that's going to bring up Jace Aycock to see if he can't get his ex-teammate out of East Prairie around the horn. Jace Aycock can lay that ball down. We saw him earlier lay a bunt down.
Yes, so he did. He's really good at placing it where it needs to be best.
And we're going to have Charlie Parker on deck with one out. We're all tied, the bottom of the fourth. At 7. Harrison Scott takes his lead. He takes nicely. He has the second, and he's going to be in there. Late throw and nice base stealing by Garrison Scott to move to second with Jace Aycock. Want to bring him around, and Parker on deck. See, Jace looks in, and here's the pitch. He got away from the catcher, but he knocked it down.
Scott looking to steal again. Better not on that one. A little too close to call.
If he gets a little chance, he'll be gone.
He will.
As Scott takes his lead, shortstop over, trying to bring him back. And here's a pitch into Aycock. It's going to be outside. 2 balls and a strike. I'd like to get these two East Prairie players on deck and bring up the Three Rivers player, Parker. But there's a strike at evens account at 2.
Ball looked a little low, but umpire disagreed.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. Chase looks. Here's a pitch outside. He drills it between the shortstop, backs it off, and now he throws it. He's not going to get Aycock speed down the line, beat out the throw, but a nice play by the shortstop.
That was great throw.
Yeah, it was. Jake Wyatt did a great job to field that ball, but he just couldn't get to Speedy Aycock. Here comes the manager in, and I believe that's going to be all for Durham. He's calling in the left fielder. He's going to make the left fielder the pitcher. He's going to put somebody in and put the left fielder somewhere else. I don't know.
Looks like Wyatt, shortstop, coming in to pitch.
Yeah.
Looks like Caden Kendall is going out to left field.
We'll see who they're going to slide into shortstop. Well, those two East Prairie players did a nice job getting on base, getting them around, and just very, very nice.
Actually, you know what? Left field may be Landon Watkins going from first base.
Oh, okay. And we got Charlie Parker on deck with 2 runners on, 1 on third and 1 on first.
It's my guess. He's out there behind. He's number 17.
Aycock and Garrison Scott, both of them were pretty quick. They really did their part. Scott stole second, Aycock drove him to third, and beat out that throw from shortstop. So we'll see what Charlie Parker can do here with bottom of the fourth with 1 out, 2 runners on, and we're all tied at 7. Looks like the pitcher's about ready to play. Jake Wyatt looks like he has a little speed on that ball. A little bit inside on that warm-up pitch.
Yes. Give him a couple more pitches, and I think we're ready to get back this game.
I think you're right. You know, they don't want to take their time and let these squirrels cool off.
No, you do not.
Charlie's ready. I think he got 1 more pitch, and Charlie Parker will step in. Oh, boy. Charlie Parker steps in with a runner on first and third with 1 out, and we're all tied up at 7. And we'll see what the shortstop Wyatt can do with Charlie Parker, the Three Rivers player. Here's a pitch, inside and high. Looks like he got plenty of speed, but
Looks like the Squirrels have the chance to score here.
Yes, they do.
Charlie gets a good hit. We have number, what is that, 22? Garrison Scott on third base.
Strike call. That evens a count at 1. And Charlie was called out on strikes the last time up. He's going to guard that plate, make sure the runner goes
like a steal to second.
And 2-1 on Parker.
Jace Aycock got to second on the steal there.
That is 6 stolen bases in a game for the Squirrels. 6.
Squirrels have been stealing several bases. I think they got 6 on the night. Ball inside, and here comes the runner. Play at the plate, safe. And a nice. Squirrels take an 8-7 lead. That was a close play at the plate, but a good call at the plate.
It was. Scott looks disappointed. Not sure why.
I don't
he
either.
Just scored.
He does know you scored. Yeah, he did look disappointed.
He did.
But they did that right. Boy, that pitcher came in, and White come in for the mound, try to cover, but that was good base running by the Squirrels. Now Charlie's got a runner on third, and Aycock going to try to get him in. 3-1, and Charlie drew the walk.
Right fielder number 4, Gavin Jansen.
Going to bring in Jansen. We got that. Wyatt has a nice fastball.
He does.
He really does. He's got as much speed as anybody I've seen.
Yeah, it's something different than what we saw with. Is it Crawford? Yeah.
And here's the pitch, and nice recovery by the catcher. Keep that ball from getting by. Parker looks over to Minner to get his sign. Got a runner on third. See if Parker goes to second. We got 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. On Jansen, strike 1. Nice pitch by Wyatt.
You know, there's a lot of fans out today.
Yes, sir.
Surprising for how warm it is, but it's a
I
nice
love that
evening.
area down there with the tables. Strike 2 called. I might not like it too well around 1 or 2 o'clock, but you know, around 6 it might be okay.
No, probably not. I'd do it in the evening.
There you go. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out as Jensen pops it up, and it's down the third baseline. Third baseman under it, bringing the 2 outs. Now we got 2 outs with runners on. Blake Anderson to the plate.
That's a big second out for Wyatt.
Blake is Notre Dame graduate.
He's second leading in RBIs this season with 12.
He's got a chance to add some now.
He sure does.
Runner at third is Aycock. At first base, Charlie Parker.
Charlie takes his lead off of first, but he's not going. You don't want to make that. I thought he might go, but I'm not the coach. They've got a very good coach in Michael Minner. Charlie gets his lead. Pitcher looks him back. Call strike. Strike 2. Yeah, White's wasting no time coming after him.
Nope. We have two outs right now. Looks
Charlie
for the
goes
steal.
to third. Ball gets away, and here comes the can't find it, and
there it is.
Aycock, smart base runner, saw it get away, came in to score. And really, to that catcher's defense, he just lost sight of the ball.
Yeah, he absolutely did.
Squirrels have taken a 2-run lead with 2 outs. Charlie Parker out at second.
Anderson has a chance to bring Parker in.
Yeah, if he could, Charlie heads to third base. If Anderson could get that, that would draw him closer to Bloodsaw in the RBI leadership.
Yep.
I think that's Bloodsaw on deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The Aces will have just 1 more chance to score outside, and
Ooh,
Parker thought about coming, but he decided not to.
Henderson is advanced, Charlie, all the way from
He
second
should
to third.
Now it's time to bring him in.
Absolutely. Get Ben Bledsoe up here and leading scorer in RBIs.
And maybe he can bring him in then.
Yeah.
And here we go with the pitch on the way from Wyatt. And there's a smash out to center field, and they looks like it may be caught for the third out, but not before the Squirrels take a 2-run lead, 9-7, and that will bring us up top of the fifth. And the Squirrels have one more chance to tie this up. If not, the Aces have one more chance to tie it up, or the Squirrels will come away victorious. But we'll be back to tell you about it after this.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Hal Funeral Home in Canton, Missouri is here to provide comfort in your most trying time. We'll be with you every step of the way, from planning to final arrangements. With live streaming options and a quality that gives your loved ones the care they deserve. With a modern facility and the willingness to make a difference.
Because there is a difference, there is PAL Funeral and Cremation Services.
Well, Hannah, let's see if they can shut them down.
That's right. Bottom of the fifth. Chance for the Squirrels to go home with a win.
That's right.
Leading to the next game.
We'll be back on Monday the 20th at 4 o'clock when the Cardinal Legacy Perfectos come to town, and we'll be doing that game.
That's right. Here in Hill House Park.
You bet. And, you know, I know a perfect person that help call the games.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I won't call any names, but I really appreciate what you've done. You did an excellent job.
Yeah, well,
thank you very
you.
much.
I enjoy being here and sitting alongside you.
And we're glad to have you on board.
Yeah.
As here's the first pitch, strike call to Cox.
That's a good thing for the Squirrels, even though it looked a little outside and a little low.
Yes. Squirrels got that pitch. As here's the pitch, and there's a foul off to the right, out of play. Bledsoe gave chase, but he ran out of territory.
We have pitcher number 18, Heath McCain, for the Squirrels.
And we'll see how they handle him here. And here's the pitch on the way. Cox takes the ball outside. Dalton Crawford kind of settled down a little bit. Maybe some of the last inning and some here. And here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. And the ball gets by the catcher, and he goes down to Bledsoe and retires the runner for the first out in the top of the fifth.
Good throw by catcher.
Yeah. And that catcher did an excellent job getting that ball down.
He sure
throw
did.
It over his head and a base run, and an excellent job.
Excellent.
That's going to bring in number 9.
Number 9 is Dylan Heyman, center fielder.
And here's the pitch, and swing and a miss, strike one. And Crawford looks in. No balls, one strike with one out, and here's the pitch, and a little bit low. And again, we certainly are glad that Brenda Peterson joined us in the booth today to sit up there, and I know Tori's proud of her, and he should be.
Oh, yeah, she's enjoying all the ice cream she can have.
That's right. You can't beat this.
You cannot.
And you know what? Those young kids deserve it.
They do.
They sure do.
They go all the time.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out in the top of the 5th, and there's foul back. He was on it, but it was fouled it back. And again, we want to say thanks for the hard work that the A-Corps media people do, especially these camera people out there in this heat. They do an excellent job.
They do.
There's a smash to third base, and it bobbled by Van Dyke, and it's the 10th error. And Van Dyke's had a few errors today.
He has.
And like I say, that's just uncharacteristic of these players, but that happens.
It does. It's part of it. You know, day to day can be different. How you play yesterday may be different than how you play today.
You know how it was, much games and stuff you played, how it was.
Oh, yes. Yep.
A good double play ball would send us home early, and there's a ball inside, but he's going to advance that runner to second, and the catcher runs it down, but not before the runner advances to second base, and that cuts down on the double play.
Sure does. We have 1 on second base. All their bases are open. 27's up to bat. Wyatt Durham.
This has some scary thoughts about what happened an inning or so ago whenever they, with 1 out, they started loading the bases and scoring, and there's the pitch, and that's going to be called a strike.
Good pitch.
Very good pitch. He danced around that corner out there this time.
He did.
1 ball, 1 strike with a runner out on second as Crawford looks in, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. He challenged him. This heat and all has taken a little off his fastball, and that's understandable.
Yep. As long as it takes it off the batters, too.
Yeah, that's true. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a call that punched him out of there for the second out. And really, that batter knew it. He knew when it went by, he let a strike go by. You could tell by his action.
Yes. Next up, we have Wyatt Brinkoff, right fielder for the Aces.
We're 1 out away from a victory in this first game, and so I'm sure the Squirrels are ready to rest for a few minutes before they crank back up for game 2. Strike 1 call as the curveball cut in there and caught that inside corner. You know, at those strikes, you got about 8 players that backing you up, the catcher and all the fielders. You can't defend a walk.
Nope.
No defense for a walk.
You cannot.
And we're 1 strike away from ending this game.
We sure are.
And that is great.
McCain's got to keep this up and keep throwing strikes.
And again, like I say, we'll be back Monday the 20th at 4 o'clock for the Cardinal Perfectos. There's the pitch. It's going to. Oh, I thought the game. I started to get up. I thought the game was over. As Crawford looks in, looks the runner back, and here's the pitch, and it get away from the catcher, and the runner advances to third.
It is not over yet.
No, it's not. The fat lady has not sang yet.
No, not at all.
And Crawford, they're going to pitch out of the windup, and he has 2 strikes on the batter. Here's the pitch, and a little low. It's the full count, 3-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Chance to put it away right here.
Here's the pitch. A little low.
Number 7, Brady Fisher.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen.
We have the catcher up to bat, Brady Fisher.
You know, the tying run at first base. Pitcher looks the runner back to third. There's a pitch, foul back, and if it hadn't been for that screen in this window, I think we would have had to dodge that.
I know, I was getting a little worried about that one.
That is Heath McCain trying to close this thing out for the Squirrels. Heath out of Sykeston. Crawford did a nice job. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now we're down to that one strike again. Player. Who you think? There's a pop foul down the third baseline. You know, Anna, we always try to pick a player of the game. It's hard to do today.
It's very hard to do today.
I know 2 or 3, but now if you don't go with this, you let me know. Who picks up Jace Aycock?
Yes, I agree with that. I think Jace Aycock has been an all-around player. He's played well this game. He's taken some hits.
And you know, he got it started with laying down that bunt, and Charlie Parker. Of course, Charlie Parker's done a great job, and so are some of the others. Scott's done a nice job. But, you know, we'll just go with him if that's what everybody.
Okay, yep.
I agree. We'll see what McCain can retire this side. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the ball outside, and the runner goes down to second. And he's having a little trouble finding that strike zone.
He has.
He's just a little bit outside, you know, and missing that outside corner. Here's the pitch from McCain, and it hit him. That loads it up. And that brings the go-ahead run to first base. Carter Shear coming to the plate with 2 outs and bases loaded. And Minner's going to stay with his pitcher, and you know, he's going to try to let him get us out of this, and I think he will. I got faith in McCain. We'll see what happens. He's got a base load of bases. As here's the wind, here's the pitch. Strike call. Carter Shear could do some damage if he drilled that thing in the gap.
He definitely could. He's a strong kid.
Yes, he is. Here's the pitch. McCain fouls it back. Now that's 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And the Squirrels are 1 strike away from the victory.
No balls, 2 strikes. Bases full of aces. 2 out.
And Aces will be running on this, and there's a pitch. And a little bit low, I suppose.
I think so, too. He's been calling that all the other nights, but here we are at the bottom of the 5th. 1 more strike to go.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher looks in. Pitch now the stretch. Everybody's going to be on the move. There's a smash down to second base. This should end this. Fielded by the second baseman. Throws to Bledsoe. That's the out. That's a winner.
Yep.
What a nice game. And
was a great game. Everyone played well.
Sure
Last
did.
inning, bases loaded, and Squirrels put it away.
You know, all of us up here discussed the player of the game, and there were so many that could have gotten it.
There were.
And, you know, Aycock certainly deserving, and there's some others that deserve, but you can only have 1. So we'll have another day. And so the Squirrels are going to take a rest, and they're going to come back, but they come away with the victory of the first game, 9-7, after making it pretty exciting. And I really appreciate your help.
Yeah, I appreciate you allowing me to be here and filling in.
And as I said before, congratulations on coming aboard with Aycock. They're a good organization, and I know you'll fit right in and everything, because they're a wonderful crew.
They are, absolutely. Love to work with them.
Yeah, and we'll do this again.
Yes, sounds good.
All right. We'll be back Monday to take on the Perfectos. And so for Tommy Jacobs and Hannah Thurman, we'll see you down the road. Good night.